Boom! Rise and shine that extreme light, that extreme heat, that extreme energy into your life. This is your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Mark Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. This is I Have a Dream. That's right, I have a dream. Where's my anarchy? Oh, it's over here. I got a dream. And I'm gonna scream my dream, bro. I'm gonna scream my dream. And this morning, even more so, not only am I, we did yesterday, we did Captain Obvious, right? Guess what today is? Today is Captain Awareness. And I'm gonna go over, my friend wrote a book right here, Eric Tyler. I read half of it last night, him going on a worldwide journey. And it made so much sense to me since I just went on my journey, right? And went and did my own thing. And to have this kind of poetry in front of me, I wanted to talk about being aware and centered and vibrational. And this is my intentions this morning. Hear me now, feel me now, let's go. So, I just got off the phone with one of my friends, haven't talked to like 2-3 years. He came to Las Vegas, showed up, showed out. He always said when he come to Vegas, he was gonna marry a stripper, get arrested, and guess what he did? Almost the same thing. He came here getting inebriated, and I don't drink, and he blacked out and started massaging the Uber driver's shoulders from behind. Good old Leroy, probably 60, 75 years old, and somewhere in there. And he never been touched by a man before, and I'm sure he doesn't ever want to be touched by a man again. And my friend just passed out in the side of the seat, just rose up his hands and started massaging him. And I thought for sure we were going to get arrested. I thought for sure I was going to get kicked off of, what's the name of it? Uber. I was like, this is it. This guy's going to file a report. He's drunk. He wants to go fucking gambling and shit. I'm like, I'm not taking you nowhere near a strip club. I'm not taking you nowhere near, the gambling. I want you to keep all your money in your pocket and go to sleep. Well, this is where Captain Awareness comes in, because we were talking about Captain Obvious yesterday, and it's not obvious to most people because they're not aware enough. And that's why I had to come up with Captain Awareness, because I'm not dying in my life. I'm not going to die with these kind of negativities in my life, right? I'm not going to die with misunderstandings from friends who never apologized, or pulled some shit and then we don't talk no more, or life goes on and you never know. So I'm in on it, right? I'm just trying to process it. And as I become more aware of it, this is what started to happen. I want you guys to feel this message. I do morning marijuana motivation every morning, but this one's different. By the time you can catch yourself being emotional, catching yourself being over logical, or catch yourself not being spiritual, you get to raise your awareness to a level where you can finally start having conversations with yourself. The tough part is most of the conversations are coming from a fear-based method. That vibration is coming from what can't happen and why you're not as happy as you could be, right? You know what I'm talking about? We all know what I'm talking about. It's one of those things. And it's unfortunate but true, man. We'll sit here and count all of our negatives and not our blessings. We'll just sit there and go, well, shit, I'm not rich yet. I don't have a girlfriend yet. I don't have the car of my dreams. So therefore, I'm not going to live my life till these things happen. And there's a lot of people that believe that way. Watch me now, feel me now. There are people that will bite the bullet and just be like, they'll tell themselves, all I got to do is grind here at this factory for the next 2-3 years, get this position, earn my way up to management, and then everything will be all set. We do that to ourselves. Well, one of the books I was reading, not this one, but listening to, it's called The Millionaire Fastlane, and it was a recommended read. I've seen it a couple times, so I'll just get it for free here on YouTube for the audiobook, right? And in that audiobook, it literally starts saying, like, you're never getting rich working for someone else, trying to exchange time, right, for paper. And what's really weird is it's not leverageable, right? You can't leverage your time because you can't get it back. There's no leverage there. It's gone. And whether you got the equivalent of your time in money or in paper, or maybe you feel like it was an even trade, it still happened regardless. And that's why me and you had to have this conversation this morning, is it's tough out there for a pimp when you're trying to work money for the rent and the Cadillac girls being spent. Got a whole lot of motherfuckers talking shit, and they be talking shit. They'll be all up in your grill, things that ain't right, and you'll be talking shit to yourself in your own head, and you won't even see that that's your vibe. And then all of a sudden your vibe gets all out of whack, and bitches ain't calling back, and friends talking shit, and things ain't what they used to be or what they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. And in that, I was like, oh my God, bro. Not for nothing. This little cat always comes says hi to me in the morning. Not for nothing, I ain't seen my vibration. I didn't see my vibe get all over the place. I didn't see my tribe try to rally around me and see if I'm okay. That was a me job. And inside me is all the tools that I need, just like a seed, but I didn't tune in. I was just so more trained to put all my energy behind the worry than behind the solution. And at Saints Addiction, it's all about solutions, bro. It's all about things working for you and instead of against you. And a lot of these things we doing them drilling holes in our own canoe. We are the ones that have to have the man in the mirror moment, and in that awareness of how rare you are to be alive, to keep breathing, to have water, be on this planet. How minutia these things are, where you try to make a big deal out of some situation that happened years ago, Mark, and then you stop talking to a friend and that energy just left. And I was okay with leaving it because of my principles, and I wanted an apology. But like a dumbass, I just waited around for the apology. And like a dumbass, he's all drunk. He's saying he already apologized. I'm like, bro, we haven't talked since, bro. Look at that energy. Go ahead with your big old truck. We literally haven't talked since, and in his mind, he thought he really apologized. I'll wait. Broken Babes, 15% off. Mention Saints Addiction. And then that's some shit where you don't even know that you hurt the other individual because you're just not aware of it. Or maybe you're under the assumption that you already apologized even though you didn't do it. Or, better yet, that you put yourself in a situation and still haven't empowered yourself to get yourself out of the situation you put yourself in. This is awareness. This is the acknowledgement and the accountability that people need to be able to, where's their awareness? To be able to vibrate higher, you're going to have to stop lying so hard. You're going to have to stop holding on to negative energies and resentments and bullshits, because you got to have a part of it too. The awareness of me to say, okay, it's not just on you, it's on me. The awareness of me to see when my vibes change with people that used to be close to me. The awareness of me to say, I apologize. If it's me, I apologize. Anything I did, the ego, it's probably me. And you deserve an apology. You've been nothing but cool with me. And now we got this vibe between us, and I didn't want to die with that vibe. So let me just go on and tell you now that I apologize with my human voice, with my human essence, and while I'm a being, before I go into the afterlife, before I disappear on you and go from the visible to the invisible. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about these invisible actions that we aren't accountable for. My friend doesn't remember massaging the guy's shoulders, but he's still accountable for it. Just because he's not aware of it doesn't mean it's not his accountability. It's like your taxes or something, right? You know what I mean? Nobody wants to do taxes, but it's your responsibility. You're responsible for these taxes. You're pretending like you didn't know anything about it. I know. The due bill comes up in the collection, and we just want to put it in the other pile. Like, why? Face it. And here's the reason why you want to face it. Because once you know the truth, go ahead, Mr. Small Dick. Go ahead, Mr. Big Truck. I see you. I see you. Garbage trucks everywhere. But what I needed to do was see me, right? I needed to see me in my action or inaction, right? I needed to see me in my patterns and my behaviors. I needed to be aware that not only was I rare, but that I'm also capable of apologizing and making mistakes. I'm the mistake master. But in that, I also had to learn the lesson with it. It wasn't enough to make the mistake. It was enough to study the lesson. And everything in life has lessons if we're willing to look at it, right? If we're willing to study, All right, and actually pay attention when it becomes like college knowledge. You'll be like all over it. It's like, man, I gotta study, bro. Give me 2-3 hours. Let me get in on this. Last night the internet went out and I pounded through this book. I was like, shit, bro, I'm almost halfway through it. Fuck, I wouldn't be able to read a book if I had the internet on. Awareness, right? Like the feeling that I had sitting there reading was so comfortable was way different than the feeling that you have when you have the Netflix going or the TV going or the radio going or you're just on your phone. The dopamine makes you feel like that's all you need, right? Like this is the best it can feel. Then the internet went out and I started to read again. Shout out to Eric Tyler. Make sure you get his book, you know. Yeah, what? Yep. If I could change the world, bro. Very spiritual, very cool. Travel by Saints, man. This guy went around the world and had an experience too. I feel it because I did the same. It's inspirational. I'm like, fuck, I didn't write a book about mine. I kind of just kept the videos to myself and the images to myself. And my friend said he was going to do a documentary about it. That's amazing to be able to have that much awareness over a whole period of time and say, okay, man, then this happened, then this happened, this happened. And this is what we're experiencing with that happened. And I'm thinking about all the times I was in South Korean prison. And I'm like, man, it's been 11, 12 plus years since I've been in prison. The memories start to fade. I'm glad I wrote it down when it happened. And you be keyed on it too, to be like, yo, I'm documented it, right? Thank you for the energy, little buddy. Little penis. That's that energy, bro. The energy of me saying, oh shit, let me write down all these emotions, all these feelings now, leave it on the paper, and I can always come back and reread it and re-energize with it and resync with it, and then it's already done, so let it be written, so let it be done. No, sir, no, ma'am. Most of us will just like let it go by, right? Just like time, just like the river, you know, the water's already gone by, so it's never coming back the same. That one droplet's gone. You'll never see the same droplet again, and it's time to move on. And I'm okay with moving on with awareness, bro. I'm okay with moving on past friends as long as you're aware that you're rare and that you owe apologies and that you had a conversation before it went into the sunset. I have a lot of friends that I've been calling back and be like, yo, let's squash it. Let's just squash it, bro. Whatever it was, you know, I'm waiting over here for an apology. I finally got an apology. Not only did I have to call him to get my own apology, but I was just telling him, man, hey, man, I'm back, bro. And this was in my head and this was in my heart. And I'd really like to go over it. You know, that last thing you said to me, my buddy Corey, last thing you said to me was, oh, don't be on your live telling people how to do mushrooms. I was like, fuck you, bro. Don't tell me how to do my live. I hate that shit, right? And go do your own live. If you want to teach people how to do plant-based medicine, my show's not about that. I'm just telling you I took 1 gram, 2 gram, and 3 gram. 1 gram the first day, 2 grams the second day, 3 grams the third day. And he's like, man, that might not be for everyone. And I'm like, everyone's different, bro. My show wasn't about that. It was about my emotional turmoil and going through depression and converting it to energy. You know, I had just lost a fucking baby, bro, and in the worst way. It was murdered in front of me, and you're over here trying to tell me how I should teach mushroom classes on my morning motivation that has nothing to do with mushrooms, but it has everything to do with marijuana and depression. Fuck off. And we haven't talked since. And my other homie, after massaging the back of an Uber driver, haven't talked since. And how many other people just stop talking to you because they have no common sense and they're not aware enough to form a sentence, a grown-ass man with grown-ass words, and say, I do declare, I apologize. It is my fault. You know, the audacity of me to pull things and not say that I'm sorry. And this is what it is, bro. The awareness, the captain awareness is so low, bro. You'll go through the whole day and you won't even know. You won't even know that you're numbing yourself. You won't even know that you're distracting yourself. You won't even know that you're living in fear instead of vibrating higher. You go inside yourself and it's like, well, shit, I'm all out of money. Let me let that vibe roll because that's the way I like to wait for it to feel. I kind of get in these zones where I make sure that I feel the same way all the fucking time. It's like a margarita or a martini or a tequila shot. You know how that thing's going to make you feel, so you order your favorite drink the same way. You are ordering your favorite feelings the same way. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. If you're aware of it, you'll be like, damn, that's so true. It tried to happen to me the other night. This fucking song that reminds me of my ex. You would never think that. Na, 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 na. I'm like, oh, I hate the song. And I'm like, man, it's kind of hard to get a jingle out of your head once it's going, but it's easy to play new songs. I just got on my other songs, and it's hard to listen to a ditty or a jingle or a melody in my head if there's other songs going on. And it's almost like trying to remember an old song. You're like, oh, what's the name of that song? And then another song comes on, and you're like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. By the third time I skip, my head's on the other 3 beats, bro. I can't even listen to no other music because I'm trying to find that one song. That's what I'm talking about, awareness. I'm trying to find that one vibe, that one wavelength that goes, you are rare, okay? This is a special moment to be alive, and let's do something with these moments, man. Let's make memories, bro. I didn't say let's make money. Let's make memories, bro. Let's make businesses, bro. Let's do it with our friends. Let's make communities, bro. Let's get into it, yeah. And let's go get us some Earth ships, bro. Like, teamwork makes the dream work. And there's so many people that don't believe in that. They believe in doing things by themselves, being stupid, stubborn, single mom. You ain't figured out how to talk to a man yet. You ain't figured out how to build a team yet. You figured out how to spread your legs. You figured out how to have a baby, right? That's all biological. But the physiological, that's done in the hospital. And then the psychological is all done up in here. Like, are you ready to break out through your fears? This is what my friend was writing about the whole fucking time. He was just like, every time they were going down the journey, they took a trip through Costa Rica. They went through Americas, and then they... where else? A little bit of Europe, right? She's from Germany. He's from America. He got to see Germany. She got to see America. And, get to know each other. What are those childhood traumas? Why are we fighting over this stupid shit? You know what I mean? Is that your dad or your mom coming out of you right now? This is a captain awareness moment. And even women can be captains on this. When you're going through these journeys, it's not enough just to go, oh, we're driving, or this scene is beautiful, or it's all about the landscapes. It's about the emotional turmoil that goes through us that we might not even see. He's watching her get along with her mom or not get along with her mom, and you can watch the ebb and flow of some relationships. If it's outside of you, right? Like, if it's outside of you, all of a sudden you're Captain Obvious, man. You're like, man, y'all need to spend some time apart from each other, and man, y'all got to get your shit together for the kids, and man, I wouldn't have done that. I would have done this. Easy peasy, fo sheezy, mine easy, bro. You can't wait to give advice to somebody else, but it comes to taking your own advice, taking your own accountability, and being responsible for your own actions. Hello. I'll wait, and then I won't wait, and then I will take action and call my friend and said, I haven't talked to you because I was waiting for an apology. Boom, I got it. And then I'm going to get off the phone and go call Corey too. And I said, man, I really didn't appreciate what you were saying at that time, but I still want to be friends and I want to get that off my heart. I don't want to die thinking that was the last time that I talked to him, that I didn't get to hug my friend before he died, Terry's Worley. I was trying to reach out to my homie before he committed suicide, and I really wish Bryce motherfucking Hanson was here to this day. He was a badass motherfucker, bro. And there's very few people that get to go backwards and change anything in their lives, but there's this more rare air to come up with that energy where you looked at the things and said, okay, there was a lesson in it. Let me study it. Let me get in on it and go, okay, transitional phase. Oh, that was a transitional phase of my life. Okay, let me study that. Oh, I was really depressed. That's why I was dating her. Or my feelings were hurt, so I started to overeat. Or I can't handle some things sometimes, so I tend to disappear or disagree. Welcome to human behavior. All right, welcome to psychology. Welcome to everything. Welcome to Captain Awareness right now. Welcome to the awareness of, am I breathing right? How's my diet? How's my mentality? Most motherfuckers aren't digging that deep, bro. I got news for you, bro. They just keep on passing it by, not giving a shit, no examination whatsoever. The last time they took a test was in high school, and they barely passed that. And then you're like, life is filled with a bunch of tests, bro. He was going to take there's going to be an apology course. There's going to be a taxes course. There's going to be an emotional course. There's going to be intercourse. There's going to be childhood trauma. They don't teach you any of this financial wisdom, any of this in school. That's getting skipped. But that's the one thing that we need the most. We need an emotional awareness fucking class. We're very emotional creatures. If you can count it and calculate it, you can see it. Like, how are you standing in line for an iPhone that's going to depreciate any moment now? And why would you wait all your life to fucking put money on a car knowing damn well when you get off the road, it drops 25% in value? We make emotional decisions all the time and be like, yo, man, I got to do savings. I got to do my homework. Hey, there's some girls on a boat. All that went out the window. Our priorities are skewed. And it's so funny that our priorities will change But we're not supposed to change our principles, right? So it's like if you kept your principles, then you keep your priorities, right? If you stay accountable, then you stay empowered. And there's a lot of people that just keep going through the motions and emotions and emoting stupid results. They're not keeping their word. They're not impeccable with their word, right? They're not. What's the other thing that you got to do? You gotta be impeccable with your word for agreements. Always do your best, right? And if you're doing your best, you can apologize. A lot of people are got to get over themselves and apologize. You're a mistake master too, bro. You're human too. Ain't nobody on this planet not fucking having streaks in their underwear. You get what I'm saying? And unfortunately, a lot of people want to pretend that there's something that they're not. This is about the dream. This is about that energy where you say, I said what I said. I meant what I said, and you better hope I don't say it mean. And then I said it mean, and now I owe an apology with the same intensity that I gave the fucking problem, right? I became a problem. I acted out. Well, my apology needs to be that energy, if not more. And most people, they'll keep the same fucking behavior. They'll keep that same attitude. You can keep that same energy that it's other people's fault and they did me wrong. And I had nothing to do with it, Your Honor, right? Like, I plead the fifth. Stop pleading, right? You know what I mean? Stop pleading and start staring in the mirror and ask yourself, why did I do that? What actions of my life do I need to sit still long enough to realize why my vibration is the way that it is? And also, what else can I be accountable for? You know, is it my spending habits, right? Maybe you never had nothing as a kid, so like as soon as you get it, you spend it. Or maybe you feel a little lack within, so you go into the clubs and spend 10 grand on a bottle that was only $100 in the store. We do these behaviors all the time. You act like you don't, but you do. What? You feel like you can't get the man of your dreams without a butt lift, girl? You need to lift up your soul. And that's it. Raise your awareness, bro. This is what my sister's telling her kids all the time. She's not like, don't touch shit, don't buy shit, I'm gonna hit you in this store. Raise your awareness. Are you walking around and walking into people? Are you stopping at the end of an escalator and people are right behind you, right? Are you looking for directions while you're driving? You need to raise your awareness. You need to see that you probably need to pull over on the side of the road and take a breather, just like my homie did, all right? Arguing with his girlfriend, had to pull over, hands on his knees, and then he stared out, and there was a dead deer, right? And he had all this fear and all this anxiety and situation gurgling in his stomach because he's arguing with this girl and they're driving and it's so emotional and everybody, you've been there. But what you haven't been is dead yet. That's right. When the time you get done and you get out of the car and you're looking at a dead carcass and you're just like, fuck, life can end. So everything that I feel super passionate and emotional about right now can change in a second. That like all this energy, you know, like, oh shit, I'm about to get married, is now it's nothing. Oh, I owe all this money, now I'm dead, right? All of the things can change in an instant, but the last thing we want to do is change ourselves. So it's just like the hardest thing to do is come up with your own awareness. Thanks for tuning in. To come into yourself and go, man, I haven't been breathing, or that triggered me today. Or I need what's the thing I was telling my psychologist? I need a what is it? A coping mechanism. I need a coping mechanism that works for me now. I don't have another 15 years. I went from 0 to 15 getting my childhood trauma on. I don't have another 15 years from 45 to 60 to go over it. I want to enjoy those years. I don't want to go backwards. I want to move forwards. And the only way to move forwards is through me. Right? Like, I used to think it was an obstacle. I was like, through you, over you, underneath you, I don't give a shit, dude. I'm going to fucking make it happen. And then I get on into it, and then I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, yes, make it happen, Captain. Get inside your soul, get inside your energy, and say, I am accountable for these things coming to reality. These goals that I wrote down, this kind of energy I put into my life is of my own fruition. No one came up in my fucking asshole and moved me around like a fucking puppet. I'm the puppet. I'm the Muppet. I'm the fucking Jim Henson of this fucking movie, bro. And if I want my character to say certain things and act a certain way, it's going to be that way. And if I want to show the world only one side of myself and try to filter it, and then I'm like, oh, my hair is always done, and don't mind me, all my settings are beautiful, and I'm rich and you're not, bro, it would never work. It never works because all you're doing is living a lie. And we watch all these Jack Dorsey live a lie, get beat up in his own house. Andrew Tate trying to pretend like he's not getting money from girls and then he got arrested for it. Who else is pretending and trying to, and they're not living? You'll find out. You'll find out. Whatever you do in the dark comes out in the light, and that happens to us all, bro. And that's why I had to put some light and enlighten myself on what was happening. Listening to Ray Diallo's on the path of success and how kind of loops back down and you have to relearn. And that how I listened to my homie Shane from fucking IDAP say, you know, the only L's we're taking is lessons, not losses, bro. And then the fact I'm not above reproach or reprieve, bro. I deserve it too. I deserve a beautiful life. I deserve a beautiful wife. I deserve all my dreams to come true. And there it is. That's why I dream. You know what I mean? I dreamed the biggest dream that I could ever dream. I was like, man, stores around the world. First of all, it was all I ever wanted was to own my own business. Just own a business, own a business, own a business. Didn't even have to have a fucking name, right? Just be a business owner. Now I got over, I used to have over 420 different websites wasting that money. Then it went down to 100, 101. Now it's down like 75, maybe 80, maybe 60. That's the truth of it. You know, these dreams that I keep holding on to and keep paying into, and domain names and developing Site in an Hour, which is getting way better. We're going to start launching other people's site, including my own. You're going to see reliable models. You're going to see Home Small. You're going to see politics on shirts. It's the political season. Erica, what's up, my girl? Woo, good to see you. I haven't seen you since I got back in the States. Welcome to the show. And you know what I'm talking about. You know when you're living your dream or just talking the shit. You know, over here, it's show over tell. That's one of my Mostly Saints shirts. You got to show up. You got to stop talking about it and stop telling people what you're going to do and start doing it. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of it. That's a lot of that accountability. People are going to look at you and like, oh, I thought you were going to quit cigarettes. I thought you were going to start working out. Didn't you say you wanted to travel the world? Oh, okay, well, what are you going to do about it? That's the awareness part of it. Are you going to write a book? Right? Are you going to book the ticket? Right? Are you going to study about it? You're going to put any energy in it whatsoever to raise up your skill set? The only thing that we have control over this life is ourselves, and the only thing we can do is raise our skill sets? Are you serious right now? You can learn a whole different language? Oh my God. No way. You can pick up a way to learn someone's software and make Site in an Hour? Hello. Right? Like, that's AI software that we're plugging in my domain name to make it work for you guys. It's crazy. Is it genius? Is it genius to get your vibe right? Is it genius to make your life right? Is it genius enough to fucking make your dreams come to a reality? I'll wait. Matter of fact, I won't wait, bro. I'm not going to wait till I die to tell my friends that I love them. I'm not going to wait till they apologize for me to call them. No ma'am, no sir. I'm not going to sit and just brush my teeth in the mirror and just go through the regular routine and rigmarole with my right hand and be like, it's just another motherfucking day. Nope, it gets switched to the left hand. That means I have to coordinate more because I'm not left-handed. That means I really have to concentrate. That means I really have to stare at myself, and I'm not done till I say 10 things that I love about myself and that I love myself 10 times. That's right. Bicuspids, back molars, all of it with the left hand, and going, man, I really like your beard. You know, I really like your brown eyes. Your shoulders are sexy. Keep going, bro. That took that extra effort for me to get here. And there's more levels to attain. There's more vibrations to emote. There's a whole range of things to be aware of, and I just don't think that we are. And that's why I had to have this conversation this morning with everyone. Be Captain Awareness, not Captain Obvious. You know what I mean? It might not be obvious to you, but you need to raise your awareness. And the moment that you get into yourself and start to take control over all these sensations, emotions, and ideas, then you become the type of human that got Saints Addiction over here. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. It means I'm going to see you on the other side, man. See you on the other side of your fears. See you on the other side of the excuses, your excuses. See the other side of the world, man. Because it's waiting for us. You just got to stop sleeping on you. It's that simple, man. Doors open, man. Doors open, man. So watch them swing. Watch them swing. Watch your awareness. Raise it up. Watch that vibration. get it higher. And then once you start doing that, go over and like and share and subscribe and comment to me how it's working for you down below. Peace and love. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao. Beijos. Broken Babes, Saints Addiction, 15% off. I'm out.